boys and girls. Buenos dias. ¿Cómo estás? Okay, very good. So this morning, for our positive behavior assembly, this is our second one for the school year. But before we get started with a lot of the fun things that we have planned for you, we're going to go back and review just a little bit. Here at Chris Young Elementary School, when we say, give me 5, don't tell me yet, I want you to think. What does it mean when we say, give me 5? Let's say, I see a hand up here, what does it mean, Denise? Okay, so that means the eyes are for what? Eyes are for what? What else? Lips are zipped. Okay, what else? I wish my cord was long. Oh, here we go. What else? We talked about lips. We talked about eyes. What else?
Legs are crisscrossed.
Legs are crossed. We're kind of new, so we'll let them tell us. Okay, go ahead.
Hands are to yourself.
Hands are still, aren't they? Hands are still. You've got one, Julie? Go ahead.
You're not playing around, you're looking at the person.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So let's see if we can take it in order. Let's start off with, and have everybody kind of do it in order. So let's start off with the first one. So your legs are crossed. I can't hear you. Your legs are crossed. Your hands are crossed. Hands are still. Your ears are listening. Your eyes are watching. And your lips are zipped. That's what we do when we say, give me 5. So that's how we're going to start off this morning. And now we're going to talk a little bit this morning about what our expectations are here at school, in the hallways, in the cafeteria, on the buses. So it's going to be a reminder because you already know these things, don't you? But I'm going to be honest with you, some of my friends need a little bit of a reminder. And plus we have some new friends that have joined us since school started. So let's get the show on the road, Miss Rockadon and Miss Lane. What are we going to start off? Talking about our pillars first?
We're going to talk about the 6 pillars of character. We're going to play a little game to see if you remember what pillar goes with what color and what that pillar means. Are we ready? All right.
Are you ready?
Miss
I think, wait a minute. I think we're going to toss out some of those little balls. Now I want to be, hey guys, be careful when we start tossing out. We're going to toss the ball. Once you catch it, you're going to stand up nice and tall. You're going to tell us what pillar it is, and then we're going to ask someone over on this side to tell us what that pillar means. Now you are 4th and 5th graders, so this is going to go pretty quickly because I know you already know this, right? Here we go. Let's roll. Okay, stand up. Talk nice and loud. Trustworthiness, okay? Now, would you be kind to toss it over to a friend and listen, catch it? Awesome, awesome. Joanne, stand up and tell us what trustworthiness means.
It means you can trust someone to have your back, like, oh, I can trust you to take care of the dog.
Ooh, that's an awesome example. Someone that's going to have your back. And if your parents say you're going to walk, they tell you to walk the dog, you're going to do what? And what if they say walk the dog, but don't go to your friend's house, but come right back home? That means walk the dog and don't do anything else. What about your teachers? Can they trust you? Are you trustworthy if they say, boys and girls, today we're going to, let's say, maybe you're going to take a test. Oh, you know what I mean? Take a test, and she said, well, she kind of turns her back. Somebody, can she trust you to not talk if she said don't talk while her back is turned? Yes. That's trustworthiness. If she sends you to the office and says, listen, you take this to the office and I want you to come right back. What if you go down 2nd grade hallway, speak to a friend. Is that trustworthiness? No. Is it? No. So do what you're told to do what you're asked to do, and people start to trust you. And you really want to make sure that, boys and girls, you are really understanding what it means to be trustworthy. Because I can tell you this, when people stop trusting you, that's not a good thing. You lose trust, and then you have to earn it back. And a lot of times that's hard to do. All right? So let's all 4th and 5th graders understand the importance of trustworthiness. It'll take you a long way in this life, okay? All right, here we go. Next. Oh, that was like an interception. Did you play basketball? Oh, Seattle Seahawks too. Okay. All right. So, what are you going to say to you? Turn to these children. Turn around so they can see it. Okay.
Responsibility is about
Look, use the mic.
responsibility is about like remembering your homework to bring home.
Oh, so you gave an example of what it means to be responsible. So if you have homework, you do your homework and you bring it back. What about getting up and coming to school on time? Is that being responsible? Yes. What if you just lay in the bed and say, I don't want to get up and go to school? Is that doing your job? No. Your job is to do what? Come to school. Come to school to what? Learn. Okay, not just learn a little bit, to learn what? A lot. Absolutely. Okay, thank you. Who can give me another example of responsibility? Give me another example. That word is, Chief, do you agree with that? How important responsibility is? Wow. That is really important, especially because you're getting ready to go to middle school. Not to mention you have to be responsible in elementary school, but the higher it goes, the more responsibility you have. Give me a good example. Who's got one that they just can't wait to see it? You're on fire. Are you ready? Come on up there. Responsibility. Turn around and tell them what that means to you. Give us a good example.
Responsibility means to be responsible all the time. Like if your teacher tells you to do this, you respect her and do it.
The teacher tells you to do something, you do it. Because you know they're not going to ask you for anything that's not going to be safe for you, right? Okay, absolutely. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go. Next one. Oh, that's a good one too. They're all good, aren't they? Okay, go ahead. Okay. Okay. And you know what I like? You guys are being... Uh-oh, excuse me. I was just about to give a compliment. Maybe I can hold that thought and come back to that compliment, okay? All right, go ahead, my friend.
Citizenship is about
Citizenship. Do you think Officer Chris Young was a good citizen?
yes.
You think he was? You think he had good citizenship? You know what? I believe you're right. Because I don't even think they would even think about naming a school after someone that wasn't a good citizen. Who can help him out? That's a big word, but you're 4th graders. I think you're 4th. We have some 5th graders. So can someone help him out a little bit? Stand up here.
Making an approach.
Citizenship is being part of your community.
Being part of your community, helping out. Give me an example of how you can help out in your community. Volunteering, sure. How many of you big strong guys and girls too, maybe during the snow, you helped out in your community, maybe you have a neighbor that's not so strong, and you said, "Hey, can I help you shovel some snow?" Did you help out? You did? Okay, good. That's a good example. Okay. You helped out with volunteering. Thank you, my friend. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna pick someone this time, I think. Someone that's showing responsible behavior. Oh, that's supposed to be red. Okay, red, my favorite color, right? That's why I wore it. Okay, so, oh, and you got an easy one too. Caring. What does that mean? Come on, come on here. Come on up. What does caring mean? Come over here. Are you a caring person? I can't hear you. Are you a caring person? Yes. Yes. Okay, so what does caring mean?
It's caring for one another when they're down or hurt.
Okay, so if someone is hurt, if someone's hurt or someone's sad, to go over and help them out? Absolutely. Do you do that?
Yes.
You do? Awesome. That's a good example of caring. Thank you. Would you toss it over to one of our friends on this side and let them give us another example of what caring means? Awesome. That's a good catch here. Come on out. What does it mean to be caring here? What does caring mean to you? Ooh, nice and loud.
It means to be nice
To be nice to who?
to everybody.
Ooh, that's important. To be nice to everybody. Awesome. Are you a caring person? I can tell you are. Awesome, awesome. Okay, thank you so much. All right, sweetie. All right, are we ready, Ms. Ramadan? Okay. Can you, excuse me. Do you have a strong arm? Can you bring it way back there in the back? Because I don't want to leave our friends out. All right, come on down. Come on down. Thank you. All right, Joey, can you come over a little bit, please? Thank you. All right. Okay, so you're going to be a celebrity. You're going to be a celebrity, right? So what's your name?
Riley.
Ronnie. And so Ronnie is going to tell us which color the orange would represent.
Fairness.
Fairness. Fairness. Okay? So what does that mean, fairness? What does that mean? To be fair. Are you listening, my friend? You might have to help him out, but I think he's got a pretty good idea. Give us an example of what it means to be fair.
Treat all people the same.
Say it as loud as you can. Say it.
Treat all people the same.
Treat all people the same. Treat, what did you say?
How you want to be treated.
Treat people the way you want to be treated. I'm going to tell you, if you do that in life, you're going to go far, many places. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And that's something that I learned when I was just a little girl, about probably this tall. Treat other people the way you want to be treated. That's what fair is. If you bring in, that's why we said you bring in treats, you can't just bring them in for your friends, can you? What do you have to do? Bring them in for who? Everybody. You know that Valentine's Day is coming up. I know some of you are bringing in cards, but can you just bring in cards, but this, and her? No? No, we don't do that at Christian. We're treating each other fairly, right? Thank you so much. You are awesome. Okay, we're going to have to speed up just a little bit because I know you've got lots of things to do today, too. Awesome. Okay, this side, you know what? I think let's see, this side, is this Miss Orr, Miss Payne's class? Are you going to go? I think all of Christmas. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'm really trying to decide who's going to be the one to do that 6-pillar shuffle in a few minutes. Is it going to be the 5th graders? Or is it going to be the 4th graders? No, we're not going to talk about it right now. I'm just going to keep watching. And can I have that pencil right there? Thank you so much. All right, here's my friend, and you're ready. What's your name? Kayla. And which pillar is that?
This is respect.
The what?
Respect.
Respect. Okay. What does respect mean?
Respect is respecting others in what they do and encouraging them to do more.
Ooh, encourage them to even do more. I like that. Very good. Now, do you people or do you respect property or do you respect animals? What does that mean?
You respect everything.
What were you going to say? Something over here? Louder. Respect everyone. Respect everyone. So, respect your teachers. Is that talking while they're talking? What if we ask you to do something and you show an attitude? You wouldn't do that. Not you, though, Kate, but would that be respect? Okay, very good. So we know what respect looks like. We know what it sounds like. But I want to remind you, though, when you're being respectful of each other, be respectful of yourself. Be respectful of school property as well. We're in a new building and we want to make sure that we're taking care of our things in the classroom, in the hallways. Okay? Not just here at school, on the bus, in your home, in your community. Respect should be part of what you do every single day. Okay? It develops good character. It's who you are. Okay? So be respectful, be fair, be responsible. Be good citizens, okay? And let's see, what do we have left? Okay, we good? Okay, would you be kind enough to give that to Ms. Rockadonald? Actually, just put it right here. And now we're going to talk a little bit about expectations in the hallways. We're going to do that quickly. And then we're going to talk about cafeteria and on the bus. And then we're going to see who's going to lead us off in the 6-pillar shuffle. Okay, you're going to be ready? I can tell you're about ready for it. Okay, so let's talk about, give me some examples of what do we do? How do we move around in the hallway? Lots of kids, we have almost 700 children in this building. How do we move around in the hallway? Give me a good example. Go ahead.
By walking.
Walking and not? What about our hands? Where are our hands at?
To yourself.
Hands to yourself and or by your side. And I want to remind you about the beautiful displays that we have in the hallway. Our bulletin boards. A lot of times our teachers are hanging workouts. They're putting your work that you're doing, your projects on the walls. Make sure you're being respectful and you're not pulling those things down. All right? We want our building to look beautiful. So that's hallway behavior. We walk quietly. We keep our hands to ourselves, by our side. What did you want to add?
Walking a straight line.
Oh, walk in a straight line on what side? I can't hear you. On the right side. We walk in a line on the right-hand side of the hallway. How about the cafeteria? Oh, let me remind you though, the noise level in the hallways, when you're moving around in the hallway, if you're loud, what does that do to children that are working in their classroom? It does what? So what should you do in the hallway with your voices? Keep them down or what?
Quiet.
Keep quiet. If you have to say something, use a little voice. That's absolutely right, okay? All right, let's talk about the cafeteria. Cafeteria. First of all, we said we treat our cafeteria like a what? Louder. Like a restaurant. So when you go to, let's say, Chipotle, Panera, Chili's, Rapton. Okay, wait a minute. Give me 5. Let me say that again in case you didn't hear me. Give me 5. Okay, thank you. I know it's my fault. I'm excited because I started talking about food. Let's talk about our cafeteria now. Who can tell me something? How do we behave in our cafeteria? Give me any, you know what our expectations are. We're reviewing our expectations for cafeteria. Come on up. Cafeteria. Let's go.
You don't play with your food.
We don't play with our food in the cafeteria. Absolutely. What else?
You don't share food.
We don't share food. What do we do? Talk about what we do. I want to know, what do we do? What kind of voices do we use?
Whisper.
Use whisper voices, or we use low voices, inside voices, where we talk to only the people at our table. What else can you tell me about our cafeteria quickly? What about food on the floor and trash on the tables? What do we do? Pick it up. Hand to yourself. What about when it's time to take up your trays and there's a little trash or paper left on the table? Does it matter? Does it matter who cleans it up? No. How many of you earned a golden spatula award? Really? How many of you earned a golden spatula award? Oh, I didn't know about class to earn the golden spatula award. And you know what? In order to earn the golden spatula award, leave that alone. Please. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of that at the end, okay? What do you need to do to earn the golden spatula award? Come on up. Come on, tell me, what do we need to do to earn the golden spatula award? Come on, Mason. What do we need to do?
Clean up after yourself and don't leave messes on the table.
Clean up after yourself. Don't leave a mess on the table. What else? I need to grab a little water. So golden spatula award.
All right.
And then cafeteria.
Okay, what else do we do in the cafeteria? Come on up. Act respectfully. What else? Come on up.
You don't throw food.
Oh, that's really important, not to throw food. Okay, we'll take a couple more things that we do in the cafeteria. Sina, come on up.
You shouldn't get out of your seat when you're not supposed to.
Absolutely. Stay seated. That's for safety, so we can all be safe. One more. Come on up. Share with us what we can do in the cafeteria. Oh, that's so important. Not running. Again, staying safe in our cafeteria. Boys and girls, the things that you're describing are showing good citizenship in the cafeteria. Good job.
So everyone knows how to earn the golden spatula award? Yes. So on Friday, we'll be looking to see who earned the golden spatula award for this week. So we talked about hallway behavior, we talked about cafeteria expectations, and now let's talk a little bit about the bus expectations. Who can talk about the bus? How many of you ride the bus? A lot of bus riders. Hands down. Let's see if I can get some few of my fifth graders back here. Come on up. Come on. Yes, come on up. Are you ready? Yes. I want you to tell me one thing that's very important about the bus expectations. What do we do on the bus? Don't tell me what we don't do. Tell me what we do when we ride the bus.
Stay in your seat.
Stay in your seat. Why do we need to stay in our seat on the bus?
Because you may get hurt when it stops.
Okay. If the bus stops and you're standing up, you could fall and get hurt. Absolutely. Thank you. What else do we need to do on the bus?
Listen to your safety patrol. Listen to your safety patrol.
Listen to the safety patrols. Raise your hand if you're a safety patrol. Give yourself a pat on the back. Thank you, safety patrols, for helping keep our children safe. One more. Oh, that is an excellent one. He says use an indoor voice. Don't use a loud voice because it might distract the bus driver. And what happens if you distract the bus driver? What could happen? She could have an accident. We certainly don't want that to happen, okay? So when you're on the bus, you go on the bus, hands down. Give me 5. Fifth graders, I see you. Thumbs up for fifth grade. Let's check out our fourth graders over here. How do they look as teachers? Looking good? Okay. So, on the bus, you get on the bus, and you stay seated. Use an inside voice, no loud screaming, no hands out of the windows, and those kinds of things. Keep your hands to yourself. Yes, sweetie? Okay, listen to the safety patrols. Okay? All right, now, one of the things that we did at our last assembly, we did a survey. We asked you about what kinds of clubs, what kinds of after school activities that you wanted. And so, how many of you have participated in some of our activities that we've had after school? How many of you are in the robotics club? Raise your hand if you're in the robotics. Just raise your hand, don't play. Robotics club, raise your hand. When we did our survey, you said you wanted a robotics club at our school. Okay, hands down. How many of you participated in the STEAM Girls Club? Raise your hand. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hands down. How many of you participated in the STEAM club? Okay, awesome. How many of you are in the chorus? Okay, good. How many of you participated in the cheerleading club? Okay, good, good. And how many of you are in the strings club? You guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I have another one for you before we get ready for ourselves. Get ready. The new club that we're opening up soon, take that off. We're getting ready for, I don't want you to get too excited, martial arts. Yay! How many of you signed up? Okay, stand there. How about basketball club? Basketball club. You know what? We may run out of time and not have time for our shuffle. Oh, I know you're disappointed, Ms. Payne, if you're ready. Okay, let me try this one. Now, we are starting our martial arts, we're starting our basketball club, and we're starting our Girls on the Run club. That's awesome. And then